Well, hello everyone. It's Curtis, and I'm excited to hang out with you today. I hope, of course, you are living the dream. Today we're going to be talking about projecting your voice. And I don't mean like this. I mean your voice as a person, your persona, and what you bring to the stage every day. Projecting your voice in a new way. Also, we're going to be covering a little bit about stunts. You know, stuntmen and what stuntmen do, and your stunts, and doing your own stunts in your real life, getting uncomfortable in order to grow and change and have a fulfilling and exciting life. So, we've talked in the past a little bit about having an acting coach. That person's given us some new context and some new information to bring to the stage. Also, we talked about getting some new skills to bring onto the stage. And so today, we're going to take those new skills, we're going to take all we've learned from that acting coach, and we're going to stand center stage and project that new content in a new way called projecting your voice. Here we go. Well, hello and welcome to the next 24 hours. You're in the right place, but this series is actually going to be Life at Performance Level, and this is going to be based on my best-selling book, Life at Performance Level, and my keynote speech. So I want you to really jump into this content, feel great about it, because I'm going to give you all the tools you need to take your life to a higher level of performance. Get ready to live the dream. So today I'm excited to talk about how we actually project our voice in a new way. So I want you to think about you standing center stage, the lights are shining on you, and what is it that you're going to deliver? Are you going to be in the moment? Are you going to be fully present on stage? Are you fully present in your real life? Because your life is not a dress rehearsal. And when you have 7 minutes with your kids in the morning or the person that you love in the morning and you have some real quality time, but you're not present because you're already thinking about work or you're already looking at your phone or you're already thinking about what you're going to be doing for lunch, well, you're missing the live moment. And what I want you to do is I want you to be actively present in your real life. Then you can project your voice in a new and different way. Part of projecting your voice is having an opinion. And I love people that have an opinion. And I love people that are willing to stand up and say what they really think in order to help me. What great friends do is they don't tell you, you look amazing. Oh, you're so smart. You're beautiful. You're awesome. What real friends say is, hey, come here. You have something in your tooth right here, and you got to get that out because I'm going to vomit if you don't get that out of there because that's really gross. It's the size of a VW. Seriously, get it out of – yeah, there you go. All right. I feel better about you now. See, real friends are not afraid to tell you the truth. Real friends are not afraid to help you when you're struggling with something because they truly care about you. So they're not going to gloss over all the things and the flaws. They're going to help you with those and help you see them in a real way. So when I say stand center stage, put all the lights on you, project your voice, what do you believe in? Why are you on the planet? What is it you think is worth dying for? What is it that you want to leave as your legacy with the time you spent on the stage you're in right now before you go and do the next show, whatever that is? Again, I talk so much about living with intention. What great actors do is they are in the moment and they live with and they act with intention on the stage, and you cannot take your eyes off of them. That's the same thing with real life. That's the same thing with people. Some people you meet and they are just, they have this buzz about them that you can tell they are living their life with intention. They are on the planet for a reason. Be one of those people. It is a conscious choice to do that. You can stand and you can dim the lights and you can hide in the corner in your life. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people think of their life as they're a little China doll, and they want to take their life and they want to put it on a shelf and they want to keep it safe. And 25 years later, you see them and they're exactly the same. And I'm telling you, that person does not do their own stunts. That person allows the world around them to cater to them, keep them safe. They stay in a little bubble. They're not exploring. They're not out there whitewater rafting. They're not out there challenging other people's belief systems, challenging their belief systems. And when I say do your own stunts, I don't mean you have to jump out of an airplane and get crazy. But what I'm telling you is, are you actively engaged in life, even if it's scary for you? You know, I've done a lot of things in my life where I couldn't sleep the night before. I was terrified. And for you, it may be the simplest thing. Curtis, why does that even bother you? Everybody has their own thing that they have to do their own stunts with. I'm going to give a quick example. So I was a mime and a juggler and a fire eater, and I worked on cruise ships, and you may already know this stuff. I get it. But when I moved to Ohio, there was no work for me. And I was trying to perform, and my wife was trying to help me figure out jobs. And then I heard about this amazing organization called the Muse Machine. And the Muse Machine sent artists out into the schools, and they would do something like 20 or 30 programs in the schools. So I would be booked to do my mime show at 20 or 30 schools. I was so excited. I went and met with them. They were excited about it. I did a showcase, and they called and said, Curtis, we want you to tour with the Muse Machine next year. My wife and I were so excited. She was still getting her degree in college. We had a little place that we were renting, and this meant I was going to be able to actually work what I did and contribute, and it was very, very exciting for us. Then I found out part of this tour meant that in the summer, you had to go and spend 2 or 3 days with all of the teachers that were the Muse Machine teachers from that school. So they literally had like 20 or 30, 40 schools involved in the Muse Machine. And those would be all the places you did your big assembly for the whole school. But then those teachers on each campus, they would come in the summer, and the artists would teach them their art form, and they'd get to hang out with the artists for a day or two. And then they would have a curricula that you'd go through so that after the performance, the teachers could go back into the classroom and then say, so when we talk about mime and we talk about body language, how does that apply to history? And they would use that, incorporating the arts into the curriculum to reach kids in a different way. That was the whole point behind the Muse Machine. I was terrified. It was the first time I was going to have to go in front of and spend 2 or 3 days with all of these highly educated, all of these teachers. Some of them have doctorates, some of them have masters. Remember, I didn't go to college. And the idea of me teaching these educators was terrifying for me. I did not sleep the night before. I thought I'm going to get laughed out of the room. And I have to be honest with you. I jumped off the cliff because I really needed to get that tour. And I did the workshops, and the teachers loved it. And the teachers started recommending their husbands and wives to have me come and speak at their companies because they thought the workshop was so much fun and had so much content and so many learnings went on. And I never saw that in myself. I would have never guessed that. And that's actually how I started my speaking career. I didn't go one day and say, now I'm a mime and I'm going to find my voice and go be a speaker. That never happened. What happened was these people saw me as a performer. Then these educators saw me as a speaker and doing workshops. And then they started sharing that with other people. And that slowly became my new profession as a professional speaker. So I'm just telling you, if I didn't do my own stunts, if I didn't go and do that workshop, even though I was uncomfortable, I would never be a speaker. I wouldn't be right here, right now, talking into this microphone and sharing my life with you. So that's what I mean by get uncomfortable, do your own stunts, and new opportunities will open for you. I guarantee it. You know, it's very important when we talk about doing our own stunts and activating our lives. A lot of that has to do with stage presence and your presence in your life. And what I find is so many people are living through their devices today. They're watching the world. They're watching, hey, look at this amazing skateboarder. The newsflash is you're never going to be an amazing skateboarder if you keep watching them. Put down your device and get a skateboard and go do it. Why don't you be the one that everyone's videotaping and putting on YouTube? You can be, but not if you spend your whole life watching other people live their life. The late, great Dr. Will Keim, my mentor, he said this so many times in front of so many audiences. You need to understand, if you have 500 friends on Facebook, but you can't get a date on Friday night, you lose. I think that is so classic. If you have 5,000 followers, if you get 500 thumbs up because of something you posted, but you're sitting in the basement by yourself, who cares? Get out there and experience life where people are and where the action is, and that's in the next stage of your life. When was the last time you went and did something you've never done before? When I talk about doing your own stunts, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I want you to think about what is it you're going to do tomorrow? What is it you're going to do this week you've never done before? It's brand new. This is jumping off the cliff in a huge way. Think about that because it's time to talk about the 24-hour challenge. In the next 24 hours, I want you to do your own stunts. I want you to think about in your life what's something you have not done ever before. Pick something. And then I want you to go and I want you to do it. I want you to commit to doing this one thing tomorrow that you've never done before. Ever. So let me give you some quick examples. Quick example would be something like, you know what, I'm going to get up tomorrow and I'm going to just jog or run for 10 minutes. I'm just going to get up and I'm going to put on my little jogging shoes and I'm just going to just jog for 10 minutes. You know what, I'm going to take and I'm going to get up and I'm going to have this attitude of gratitude and love like never before. And today, before I go to sleep tonight, I'm going to hug 5 people I've never hugged before. By the way, this can send you to prison if it's the wrong people. So make sure it's people that you know and people that you're comfortable with. But 5 people today I'm going to hug that I normally don't hug. Go out and do that. Challenge yourself to do something that makes you uncomfortable. It sounds simple to do your own stunts, but the more you do it, the more you get into it, the more you see the impact it can have on what you think you can do and what you actually can do if you're willing to get out there and stand center stage. Live your life to the fullest. And of course, keep living the dream. Hey everybody, I wanted to thank you so much for listening, and I have a workbook that is all about script writing. It's how to write a new script. It's normally $15 on my website. I want to offer it to you today for free. Just go to curtizimmerman.com/new script, and you'll be able to download that as a free gift. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you keep listening to the next 24 hours.